Dish deep, Moors don't sleep. Invest in your mind and body and unleash. Real life rap, spitting over tracks. Conscious thinking and living and then attack. Dish deep, Moors don't sleep. Invest in your mind and body and unleash. Real life rap, spitting over tracks.
This beautiful place in Morocco, it's a beautiful city. It's the second largest city in Morocco, and the city is called Fez. Okay? Now, in the city called Fez, the Tarboosh was originated. Well, not originated, but produced, and then they named the Tarboosh after the city Fez, because the origin of the Tarboosh would have been in Kemet, or what we call Egypt. So, in saying that, and the city is called Fez. Okay? Now, in the city called Fez, the Tarboosh was originated. Well, not originated, but produced, and then they named the Tarboosh after the city Fez, because the origin of the Tarboosh would have been in Kemet, or what we call Egypt. So, in saying that, you have Moors that say they're wearing fezzes, and you even have Moors that'll say, well, certain leaders are wearing unmarked fezzes, and then you have their followers or students wearing marked fezzes. Now, let me correct that.
It's Zanzibar we're talking about still.
Yeah.
Right? Now, why is there some Tanzanians in Zanzibar called the Sufi Brotherhood wearing fezzes?
This is not a new brotherhood. This is not like something they made up yesterday, or
you can't make this up yesterday. The Sufi Brotherhood in Tanzania, and they're wearing fezzes. How come they're not the Shiite Brotherhood or the Sunni Brotherhood? Why are they the Sufi Brotherhood and wearing fezzes? Right? Like, that's a lesson of how broad the scope of the Moors is.
Since it's a circle, you have the 360, but you have two circles, the Fez circle around the head and the Fez circle above the head. So the Fez circle around the head represents finite knowledge, material knowledge, which is useful in a finite world. And the Fez circle above the head represents the infinite wisdom, the higher knowledge and principles. As above, so below, as they say, is the concept behind the Fez circle around the head and the Fez circle above the head.
Now, if you're talking about the leader, Dr. Malachi York, when he was in court wearing his fez, which you call a fez, which is really a Tarboosh, but it was a unmarked, quote-unquote, fez, and you said his students are wearing marked fezzes, but you are incorrect, Kudjo. I think that's his name, from Canaanland Moors. You're incorrect, good brother.
Islam. CMB certificate number AA222141, book, Moors Order of the Round Table. Page 22. The Fez, the national headdress of the Moorish Asiatic nation, founders of civilization. 360-degree master mason, son of woman. The Fez is the crown of light, authority and rule, the geometric zodiac. The Fez has no brim and is circular as the sun, S-O-N-S-U-N. The Fez belongs to Ali, the bringer of law, most noble and exalted, ethereal. El, of the cosmos, lawgivers of the Elohim, North Gate. Bey, governors of the land in Moorish civilization, obey and enforce Elohim law, North Gate. Day, of the degrees of the eternal zodiac, South Gate, Al of the law, descendant governors. Mortarboard, the headdress worn in the West as a symbol of scientific and scholarly ascension in degrees of knowledge. The mortarboard cap is squared above the crown and means a master mason using the tools of the master builder, character building. The mortarboard is an elementary tool, mathematically emulating the fez. 4 corners of 90 degrees, 4 times 90 equals 360 degrees, 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9, representing the Moabite woman, the crown of wisdom and civilization, clearly of Moorish origin. The school cycles are traditionally divided into 4 levels of 3 parts. 4 times 3 equals 12, the zodiac. 4 plus 3 equals 7, meaning knowledge of Circle 7 cosmology, Moorish science, Elohim.
Because the student teachers are actually wearing tarbooshes. They're not wearing fezzes. Man, in fact, you're not wearing a fez because you're not wearing the city of the second largest city of Morocco on your head. It's actually a tarboosh, and nicknamed the fez from the city.
Page 85. Fez was one of our 4 traditional capitals of Morocco and was a great Islamic center of learning. The fez, also known as Tarboosh, was customarily worn by students of a great school in the city of Fez, Morocco. It has come to be known as a mark of learning. To the Moorish Americans, their fez represents the supreme height of wisdom and practical knowledge of the science of the 12 zodiac signs.
The fez represents the universe. This is the womb of woman, the nature of civilization on planet Earth and this particular solar system. There's the umbilical cord, there's the navel, there's the ball of mud called Earth, and these are degrees of the Earth rotating around the sun, representing knowledge, representing Isis, representing Horus, representing all the symbols that are said in the ancient mystery schools that are actually the powers of the universe. And that's really what it is. And when you graduate with what they call mortarboard in school, and they give you a geometric duplication of this that they call a mortarboard, which is masonry, split into 4 parts, and you throw it 190 degrees, 180 degrees when you graduate, because it represents number 1 figure, the crown of the earth.
Okay.
And Fez is actually Marrakesh, Morocco, the real government on the planet Earth.
Coming up next, we're having Barry Chicklets. Yeah, Barry Chicklets is going to explain the relationship between Fez and Egyptology.
When you look over to the pyramid side, this is the base of the pyramid will be right here. All right. When you look at the eye would be here, and this is the 360-degree rays of the sun.
Yes.
Symbolically speaking. And there's all.
Okay? So this is basic information. I didn't really even want to, because I know a lot of Moors know this information but won't use it. And it's just like calling somebody black, right? And you know that's a misnomer, you know that's a corporate fiction. And you saying, well, call yourself white, which is another corporate fiction, actually. But call yourself white. You understand what I'm saying? It's just the same, because you're calling with your headdress a fez, which is a misnomer because the city was Fez that the Tarboosh originated in.
Also, the material that it's made of is dealing with wool. It talks about his hair was as woolly as a lamb. His skin was burnt as though he came out of a furnace. His eyes as though it had fire in it. There's also holes inside of it, 3-dimensional holes. And it has a certain degree of numbers. And it also has a particular height. and each one of them are to be studied so they give you a knowledge of the inner workings of the dimensions within inside yourself, and then you can express it on the outer parts by showing the application to the sights.
Page 91. The fez. The red fez is the head covering worn by the Moors in this hemisphere. Not the red tarboosh is the head covering worn by the Moors in this hemisphere. The red fez.
Why don't you lead us on out with a little bit more final words on the fez?
Really, the dual trine, or what you call Shield of Solomon, which is the dual trine that you call, some people call it Jewish star, but there's no such thing. It's hex alpha. All right, that which is above, so is below, etc. That's what they actually stand for, and you are to master that, and that is the universe. All right.
Okay, 666, but I'm here with my sevens. I don't even care if I make it into heaven. I'm up all night trying to make it with my veterans. Up all night hearing whispers from the devil. I can't lie, I fucking love it. This world's cold, someone open up a fucking oven. Man, this world needs love, needs some fucking loving. But fuck it, there's too much shit that people fucking up with. So fuck it, let it burn, burn, baby burn. And maybe they'll learn, maybe learn. And please, if they fake, please kick them out my funeral. They took too long to listen, I don't want nothing to do with them.
Yeah, still locked up. All them plea deals made under threat, duress, coercion, sleep deprivation. Crazy. You know what I mean? Denying doc is medicine. Crazy, you know? Crazy. Oh, you never heard? Yeah. Dr. York L. They know what they did. Ain't no fair trials with yellow journalism, reporting false info. Destroyed the land, destroyed all the pyramids. You know what they did? Arresting Doc at the shopping mall, like he got so much arms that he's dangerous. Crazy, it's so crazy. You don't even know. Y'all don't even study. Y'all got Nuwapian Moors Constitution. How y'all let them get locked up, yo? How y'all let it happen? It's all good. It's really all good. It's all good. Yeah. Zadok L put me on MC and MAC on the Euro last names, Moorish family tree. Questioning Muslims and Christian belief systems. Battling county zoning bylaw fictions. Some say planet risk, I call him Yamasi Chief Black Eagle. Come to teach Nubian people. Nuwapians are Moorish cause ancient Egypt is stagnant. They so sick he brought them holy tablets. Forgot they drew Ali those following Imam Isa. Signing with no rights reserved on corporate visas. Trump up charges by the city of Georgia. Hearing the torture he got would give you nausea and make you question the trial judge and jury. Deliberating, drinking liquor from the Sage's brewery. Sounds like a conspiracy from what I've seen. Nuwapians should sue the state under Title 18 instead of marching and picketing like niggas they not. Nuwapians came to the temple and taking shots at Drew Ali. Almost trying to diss the program but silent when I asked to see their dark Moorish holy Koran.
L, another political prisoner, kidnapped for opening the minds of the listener. And he knew he might get caught out for a fraud, so he told y'all, wear your mask of God. L, another political prisoner, kidnapped for opening the minds of the listener. And he knew he might get called out for a fraud, so he told y'all, wear your mask of God. 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 Wear your mask of God.
Color of office and authority in making. Made dogs sleep on ice blocks and force-fed bacon to force sleepless nights before the trial date. Trump up charges of child molesting and rape. Witnesses said his son made him make up the lies in conspiracy with CIA and FBI. AEO audios, the black book kept me high in spirits. Master teacher's voice, I still hear it. Color of office and authority in making. Made dogs sleep on ice blocks, force-fed bacon to force sleep
sleepless nights before the trial date. Trump up charges of child molesting and rape. Witnesses said his son made him make up the lies in conspiracy with CIA and FBI. AEO audios, the black book kept me high in spirits. Master teacher's voice, I still hear it.
Sadat L, another political prisoner, kidnapped for opening the minds of the listeners.
So they're basically saying, if you want your indigenousness, just don't go around putting signs up to wake up every dumb nigger, or every dumb Caucasian, or every dumb Latino, and tell them, today you can become nation. And they're all running here just because they don't want to pay tax, or just because, and they're mad at the government. I'm not mad at America. America's mine. How can I be mad at it? You know what I'm saying?